What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about where the auction house is currently at in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM and whether you guys should be looking at, picking up any of these super packs, which is a no. But more importantly, any of the players with where the auction house is at today. Now, as always, honestly, guys, I don't think these packs are worth it. I say that basically all the time. It takes a lot for me to say a pack is ever worth it, and these packs are absolutely not. However, I do want to say this. The auction house has steadily went down over the past couple of months. Like, every time I make one of these videos, it's not like, oh, wow, the auction house went down a ton today, but it's just a slow and steady decline. You know, slowly the auction house is going down. It's nothing crazy, but it is slowly continuing to drop. And that is kind of what we have seen throughout the auction house on a pretty consistent basis. You know, just slowly every once in a while, every Tuesday, every Friday, the auction house just slowly does continue to go down. Now, with that being said, is today a good day to buy? Well, let's talk about it. Right now, there are no dark matter buyouts. As far as the price of Galaxy Opus, they should be continuing to go down. Last time I checked, you know, they were cheap and they're just getting cheaper and cheaper, right? Last time I checked, I think they were like mid-20s. Now you can get some of these cheap Galaxy Opus. Now, these aren't necessarily the Galaxy Opus you want, but you can get some of these really cheap Galaxy Opus for like 25,000 MT, which is crazy. You know, like the prices have just kind of dropped like crazy recently. But let's look at some better cards, not just, you know, the Galaxy Opus, like an Andre Kirilenko, right? His prices went down quite a bit. Stephon Castle is more than affordable, and he is a really, really solid point guard for this era in my team. Tim Thomas, Bol. Tim Thomas, I don't think there's a ton of him up. As far as Bol, doesn't look like there's a ton of Bobos up either, which it goes back to my whole point. What is even available in these super packs, right? And I think that's important to know, important to talk about. Like, are all of these cards even available? Tim Thomas is available, but it just goes to show, like, 2K is probably making people pull, you know, Lonzo Ball, Adam Morrison, instead of guys like Tim Thomas. But as I'm looking at these dark matters, it doesn't seem like they're getting pulled in bulk. Like, you know, it doesn't seem like a ton of people today are going through and opening up these packs. I was guaranteed when I look at Ray Allen, there's probably going to be a ton of Ray Allens up. Okay, there's not. So it genuinely seems to me, as far as these super packs are concerned, that there's really just not that many people opening them up. And I think the good test of this is just search by 100 overalls and see today how many new 100 overalls have been posted. And I can kind of go through and tell this Chris Webber probably might be new. But outside of that, again, the Devin Booker might be new. Chris Webber might be new. Oscars obviously are new. But it doesn't look like there's that many 100 overalls being pulled. You know, as far as new 100 overalls, not including Oscar, my best guess on Xbox would be 3, right? I'd guess this Chris Webber, I would guess this D-Book, and this Chris Webber. And that's it as far as non-Oscar new 100 overalls that have been pulled today. And so I genuinely think there's not that many people opening up 100 overalls. And obviously there's probably more pulled than people keep them, stuff like that. But I just think there's not that many people pulling 100 overalls, and the same thing with Dark Matter. Like, there's just not. Obviously, Opals are flying out of packs for those that open them, stuff like that. But I just think people are fed up with super packs. I think people are tired of seeing super packs. Now, obviously, guys like Victor Wembanyama are still getting pulled. This price is going to continue to decline, continue to go down. But yeah, as far as like the auction house, especially the top level talent, it's still, you know, going to be relatively high. Just because, again, when you're looking at what's been pulled today and what hasn't been pulled, at least to me, from what I'm seeing, it doesn't seem like a bunch of 100 overalls are being pulled. It doesn't seem like a bunch of dark matters are being pulled, which is important to just keep in the back of your mind and kind of make a mental note of it. So again, market every Tuesday, gonna slightly go down, but I think people probably are more inclined to, you know, open these signature series cards up. Now, this super pack bundle does contain one AMI or higher signature series event card, but it's important to note that these flash packs do also, if it's a super pack, contain that signature series event card. If it's not, it does as well. Like, these super packs, all it looks like contains one signature series event card. So those are probably the only people that are opening these things up, are the people that are trying to get Kevin Durant. Side note, I'm kind of sick. I'm kind of sick at how many people, and people aren't going to like me saying this, but I'm genuinely kind of sick at how many people have Kevin Durant. I genuinely am. Like, it just doesn't add up to me. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. How does everybody have Kevin Durant? Like, I see everybody having, not everybody, but a lot of people have KD, and it just, in the back of my mind, it's like, I know how much KD costs, guys. KD is not cheap whatsoever. And so when I see everybody having KD, I just think to myself, what is going on? Like, genuinely, I don't know what is going on, but somebody's going to have to tell me, how is everybody getting KD? I have no idea how that ultimately works, but I feel like a lot of people have that Kevin Durant card. And I'm not just going to sit here and be silent because I think it needs to be talked about. There's a reason that this game makes a ton of money, right? There's a reason for it. So just keep that in the back of your minds. If you are opening packs, just please, I mean, realize at the end of the day, if you're going to go get KD, do what you got to do. But I'm just telling you, if you get a tax refund, guys, so many better things to do with a tax refund than get Kevin Durant. I'm telling you right now. But that's just kind of a side note that I did want to make is people might be opening super packs to try to get like KD, Wilt, those types of things. But other than that, like, being honest, super packs aren't worth opening. Like, they're just not. There's nothing in there that I even think is like cool. There's nothing in there that I even think's like exciting. Like, obviously, again, your new cards are Oscar. Who really cares, right? Like, who really cares about Oscar? He's a new card. You got, you know, the Jaren who's good. But it's like these cards, they're fine, but they're just not that super exciting in my team. So that's just kind of where I'm at with things. Obviously, if you want to open up super packs, do what you guys want to do. Don't let me be the one to tell you. But as far as odds, they're not that good. And as far as people pulling a bunch of 100 overalls, it's just not happening. Like, it's just simply not happening. So just kind of realize that if you open super packs, realize what you're getting yourself into. There's been 3 new cards posted on Xbox today as far as 100 overalls. So again, know what you are getting yourself into. That's all I wish you guys. Just know, okay? Know in the back of your mind, you're not pulling 100 overall, okay? And if you do, it's probably Chris Webber. So, I mean, the 100 overalls that are featured in these packs, like Shea, like Yao Ming, like T-Mac, like Penny Hardaway, like Shaq, there's been none of them pulled today. Weird, isn't it? And how do I know? Again, there's no base of those cards. Like, there's not. This Shea, I guess, could be if they, you know, just put a legend badge on him, but I highly doubt him. But as far as, like, the rest of the cards, there's none posted. Like, it's obvious. 2K is straight scamming people that open up these packs. Horrible odds. People can continue to open them. Sad, sad, sad. Give us some actual content, 2K, because this is getting rough. As far as the market, it's going to slowly go down, but there's nothing really crazy to talk about. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.